is in position.
Salut tout le monde, bienvenue à un autre live de Flight Simulator. Welcome everybody to a new Flight Sim live. Sorry for the trouble before because I had trouble with my sim, my Flight Simulator. So it's the fourth time that I'm trying to do this flight. C'est la quatrième fois que j'essaie de faire ce vol-là. Je pense que j'ai réglé le problème de Flight Sim. Donc, vous voyez qu'il y a déjà de l'action autour de notre Airbus. On va aller en mode externe. Donc, aujourd'hui, Montreal à Denver. Montreal to Denver on a Airbus 320 Rouge from Air Canada. Avec un Airbus 320 de Air Canada Rouge. Donc, le ravitaillement est en train de se faire. The fuel and catering is being done, so let me go into my flight pad and put the fuel in. So payload is imported, fuel is complete. We're at gate 75, on est à la gate 75 de Montréal-Trudeau. Bonjour Matt, bonjour Shibichina Luna, bonjour Hashim, bonjour Son, bienvenue au stream, welcome to the stream. We'll wait until they finish. So obviously it's snowing in Montreal, so we'll have to go to the icing bay. Comme on peut voir, il neige, donc on va devoir aller au de-icing, au déglaçage. We'll wait for our truck to leave. Gonna check something. Yes. On a un beau Dreamliner Royal Air Maroc à côté. Nice Dreamliner from Royal Air Maroc. Beautiful livery. Et on peut commencer le boarding aussitôt que le camion, le fuel s'en va. Bonjour Janice, welcome Janice. Board crew. All right, we'll wait for our pilots to board over here. On peut les attendre ici. Here's the pilot, which is me. Wait for the co-pilot. Well, this guy's got more stripes than me. Oh, he's got 4 stripes. Okay. We'll wait for our flight attendants. Alright, let's start our stay in tension. Flight. Okay. How are you, co-pilot? Are you ready for our flight to Denver?
I am doing well, thanks. We're all set for our flight to Denver. Just let me know when you want me to handle the comms.
Alright, we'll start our startup procedures.
Your crew has boarded.
Sounds good, Alan. Let me know if you need anything.
Top panel view. Alright. Pumps.
Pumps on.
Beacon, nav, no smoking.
Flight attendants,
Exit
arm
light
doors,
arm.
and cross-check.
Let's turn on this. APU bleed. Master switch. And APU start. IR1, IR3, IRs. Let's check our flight recorder. We'll start what we can do with the MCU. Get requests. Wind temperature, wind requests. Fuel. Fuel planning. Okay. Our performance will go into so 135, 135, 135. Should get our passengers. Passengers below passagers s'en viennent. Flight attendant, you can start greeting our passengers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Air Canada Flight 0550 with service from Montreal to Denver. I'm your purser, Erica, and it's my pleasure to introduce our captain today, Alan Chiasson, and our first officer, Martin Bouchard. Assisting me in the cabin are my fellow crew members, Sophie, Mark, and Isabel. Our flight time today is approximately 3 hours and 47 minutes, eh? So sit back and relax as we take you to your destination. We'll be coming around shortly with our in-flight service. So sit back, relax, and
I'll have your
enjoy the
clearance in
journey.
just a second.
Rouge 1707 is clear to Las Vegas, Montreal 3 departure, radar vector to Casca. Departure runway 06 left, initial climb 13,000, departure frequency 134.15 and squawk 6277.
Ladies and gentlemen, your captain speaking on behalf of the entire crew. It's my pleasure to welcome you on board. You please sit back, relax, enjoy the service, and thanks for having chosen Air Canada. Mesdames, Messieurs, votre commandant. Alors, détendez-vous, je vous souhaite à tous un très bon vol. Merci.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome aboard Air Canada, with the best airline in North America at the SkyTrack World Airline Awards. Thanks to you, our customers. New service director for this flight. We're pleased to have you with us today. We invite you to relax and enjoy this flight. After this flight, please be of service in English and in French. Once again, welcome aboard. Mesdames, Messieurs, encore une fois, bonsoir. Bienvenue à bord ce vol d'Air Canada, élu meilleur transporteur aérien en Amérique du Nord à l'occasion des World Airline Awards de SkyTrack. Distinction obtenue grâce à vous, nos clients. Mon nom est Adrien, je suis votre directeur de bord. Nous sommes heureux de vous accueillir ce soir. J'espère que ce vol sera très agréable. Aujourd'hui, nous sommes heureux de vous servir en français et en anglais. Merci beaucoup.
Good afternoon, Montreal clearance, Rouge 0550 requesting IFR clearance to Denver.
I'll have your clearance in just a second. Rouge 0550, information Sierra is current. Cleared to Denver. After departure, fly radar vectors to Casca. Then as filed, departure runway 24 left. Initial climb to 4,000. Departure on 134.15, squawk 2454.
Departure runway 24 left, climbing initial to 4,000, departure frequency 134.15, squawk 2454. Rouge 0550. Alright, 4,000 feet. That's good. Let's check.
Rouge 0550, read back correct. Contact ground on 121.0 when ready.
Contacting ground on 121.0 when ready. Rouge 0550, good day. Ok, ça c'est bon. On va aller à ground. Ok. So, on peut fermer ça. New passengers left. Almost full boarding complete.
Boarding completed.
Thank you, cabin crew. We'll be closing the door and pushing back shortly.
Thank you, Captain. We'll ensure everything is ready for pushback.
Air 145 Kilo Alpha, hold short of taxiway Charlie, traffic on final approach.
And cross-check.
Holding short of taxiway Charlie, King Air 145 Kilo Alpha.
Ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, on behalf of myself, your captain, the first officer, and cabin crew, I'd like to take this time to welcome you aboard our flight. We're just wrapping up some paperwork up front here and waiting to receive final numbers from the ground crew, then we'll be on our way. Flight attendants will be coming through the cabin shortly with a very important safety briefing. We do ask that you give them your full, undivided attention as they review the safety operations of this Airbus aircraft. We do appreciate your business having you aboard this flight. If there's anything we do to make your flight any more enjoyable, please don't hesitate to ask. Welcome aboard.
All right. Good afternoon, Montreal ground. Rouge 0550 requesting pushback and departure.
Rouge 0550, pushback approved, face northwest.
Facing northwest, Rouge 0550, good day.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set. Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Cabin crew, seatbelt sign is on.
Acknowledge, Captain. Cabin crew, take seats for departure.
No.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted. Locking gear.
So it's gonna be facing nose left, nose right. Yep.
Release parking brakes, please.
Let's release parking brake.
Commencing push. Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set.
Okay, this is good. We'll lock the door.
King Air 145 Kilo Alpha cross runway 25 contact tower on 118.7. Crossing runway 25 contacting tower on 118.7. King Air 145 Kilo Alpha. I'm working on that clearance. Stand by.
Montreal ground, Air Canada 15 Alpha, need clearance for Miami.
Give me 1 second for that clearance.
Please set parking brakes.
Parking brake is on. Engine 2. Ignition. Engine 1. Ignition. So we've got 50 psi on engine 2. On va attendre pour engine numéro 1. C'est pas mal bon ça.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Right. Complete this.
Flight attendants, please prepare.
$52.52, that's good.
Unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Good afternoon, Montreal ground. Rouge 0550 requesting taxi to de-icing bay.
Rouge 0550, taxi to de-icing bay via East Taxiway, South Apron, Bravo 4, Charlie Alpha.
Taxiing to de-icing bay, Rouge 0550, good day. Throttle to 20%.
20%.
Learjet 333 Lima Juliet, taxi to runway 27 via taxiways Golf and Hotel.
Throttle to 10%.
Taxi to runway 27 via Golf and Hotel Learjet 333 Lima Juliet.
We can do our safety briefing.
Welcome aboard Air Canada.
Bienvenue à bord d'Air Canada.
For your safety and comfort, we ask that you pay attention to this short video. So join us as we explore all that Canada has to offer.
Pour votre sécurité et votre confort, soyez attentifs à cette courte vidéo. Joignez-vous à nous pour explorer tout ce que le Canada peut offrir.
Please place baggage in the overhead bin or under the seat in front of you.
Veuillez ranger vos bagages dans le coffre supérieur ou sous le siège devant vous.
In preparation for takeoff, make sure you're comfortably seated, with your seat back upright and tray table stowed.
En prévision du décollage, prenez soin de vous asseoir confortablement, de redresser le dossier de votre siège et de ranger la tablette.
You must wear your seatbelt when the seatbelt sign has been turned on, and we suggest wearing it even when the sign is turned off.
Vous devez porter votre ceinture lorsque la consigne des ceintures est allumée, mais nous vous suggérons de la porter même lorsque la consigne est éteinte.
Fasten your seatbelt by adjusting it around your hips. To release it, lift the upper portion or press on the release button.
Attachez votre ceinture et ajustez-la autour de vos hanches. Pour la détacher, soulevez la partie supérieure de la boucle ou appuyez sur le bouton de dégagement.
Seatbelt and no smoking signs are located throughout the aircraft. Please comply with them at all times.
Les consignes de ceinture et d'interdiction de fumer se trouvent à différents endroits dans l'avion. Veuillez les respecter en tout temps.
It is prohibited to smoke, to use electronic cigarettes, or to consume your own alcohol on board.
Il est interdit de fumer, d'utiliser des cigarettes électroniques ou de consommer son propre alcool à bord.
Your portable electronic devices must be set to airplane mode until an announcement is made upon arrival.
Les appareils électroniques portatifs doivent être réglés en mode avion jusqu'à l'annonce à ce sujet à l'arrivée.
If your electronic device falls in your seat, do not move your seat or try to retrieve it yourself, as it poses a fire hazard. Notify your cabin crew immediately to ensure the safe retrieval of the device.
Si votre appareil électronique glisse dans votre siège, ne bougez pas votre siège et n'essayez pas de le récupérer au risque d'un incendie. Avertissez immédiatement le personnel de cabine afin qu'il le récupère en toute sécurité.
Should an emergency happen, place your feet flat on the floor and top of head against the seat in front of you. Or rest your head and chest into your lap. Grasp your ankles or wrap your arms under your legs.
En cas d'urgence, posez vos pieds à plat au sol et appuyez le dessus de votre tête contre le siège devant vous. Ou bien, penchez-vous et appuyez votre tête et votre poitrine sur vos cuisses. Ensuite, saisissez vos chevilles ou passez vos bras sous vos jambes.
The illustrated card in your seat pocket or magazine rack explains the many safety features of this aircraft. Please review it sometime before takeoff.
La carte illustrée placée dans la pochette ou le porte-revue près de vous explique les nombreuses mesures de sécurité propres à cet avion. Veuillez en prendre connaissance avant le décollage.
If there is a need to evacuate the aircraft, leave your baggage behind and follow the seat-mounted lighting to the nearest emergency exit.
S'il faut évacuer l'avion, laissez vos bagages à bord et suivez l'éclairage sur les sièges jusqu'à l'issue la plus proche.
Cherokee Tree 15 X-ray Papa, proceed to holding point Alpha 2 via taxiway Bravo.
Each side of the aircraft.
Proceeding to
All
holding
of
point
these are
Alpha 2
indicated
via
by
Bravo,
green
Cherokee
lights.
Tree 15
Please
X-ray
locate the
Papa.
one nearest you.
Il y a 4 issues de secours de chaque
Cessna
côté
Golf
de l'avion.
Bravo, Romeo
Chacune d'elles
Uniform,
est indiquée par
Montreal
une
ground
enseigne
taxi
verte.
to General
Veuillez
Aviation
repérer
parking
celle
at
qui
your
est la plus
discretion. Good
près.
evening.
If the cabin pressure changes, an oxygen mask or a tab will drop from the panel above you. Remain seated. Pull the mask or the tab to bring the mask towards you. Use the support strap to hold the mask over your mouth and nose and breathe normally. Always secure your own mask before assisting another person.
Si la pression de la cabine change, un masque à oxygène ou une languette tombera du panneau au-dessus de vous. Restez assis. Tirez le masque ou la languette pour amener le masque vers vous. Utilisez la bande élastique pour maintenir le masque sur votre nez et votre bouche et respirez normalement. Mettez toujours votre masque avant d'aider quelqu'un.
If there is an emergency landing on water, reach for the pouch under the seat or beside your leg rest. Remove the elastic band if required.
En cas d'amérissage d'urgence, prenez la pochette de gilet de sauvetage sous le siège ou près du repose-jambes. Retirez la bande élastique au besoin.
Pull out the life vest from the pouch. Slip it on, fasten the waist clip, and tighten the belt. Pulling the tab will inflate the life vest. You can also inflate it by blowing into the tube. The life vest should only be inflated as you leave the aircraft.
Sortez le gilet de la pochette et enfilez-le. Attachez la boucle de taille et ajustez la ceinture. Pour le gonfler, tirez la languette ou encore soufflez dans le tube. Ne gonflez votre gilet qu'au moment de quitter l'avion.
If you need any assistance or have any concerns, please let one of us know.
Si vous avez une inquiétude ou besoin d'aide, adressez-vous à l'un de nous.
Thank you for choosing to fly with Air Canada.
Merci d'avoir choisi Air Canada.
Alright, the icing is done. Le déglaçage est terminé.
De-icing and anti-icing completed. Anti-icing code is fluid type 1. Concentration at 75%. I'm disconnecting. Good day.
Thank you. Good day, guys.
Airbus 450 Alpha Bravo, hold short of taxiway Lima traffic on final approach.
Holding short of taxiway, Lima Airbus 450 Alpha Bravo.
Rouge 0550 requesting taxi clearance to runway 24 left.
Rouge 0550, taxi to runway 24 left via India. Juliet, uniform Alpha.
Flaps 1. Taxiing to runway 24 left via India, Juliet, uniform Alpha. Rouge 0550. Good day. Co-pilot, you handle the comms from now on.
I'll take over the comms from here.
Flight attendants, take position for departure and takeoff.
Acknowledge, Captain. Cabin crew, take seats for departure.
Let's check our spoiler. Still working good. Whoops.
Embraer 225, Echo Mike, hold short of taxiway Golf traffic crossing ahead.
Holding short of taxiway Golf, Embraer 225 Echo Mike.
Clearance on request, stand by.
Throttle to idle.
Throttle to idle.
Rouge 0550, contact tower on 124.3. Have a good afternoon.
Contacting tower on 124.3. Rouge 0550.
Check our other elevator. Can you request our takeoff clearance now?
Sure thing, Alan.
Come on. Waiting on you.
Montreal Tower, Rouge 0550, holding short of runway 24 left. We're ready for departure.
Rouge 0550, Montreal Tower, runway 24 left, winds 300 at 14, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 24 left, cleared for takeoff. Rouge 0550.
All right. Throttle to 10%.
Throttle to 10%.
Lining up. Woohoo! Rolling. Throttle to Toga.
20%.
No, Toga. Knots. V1 rotate. Wheel view. Positive rate gear up.
Raising the landing gear.
Mustang 9er Kilo Uniform 59, enter left downwind, expect landing clearance. Entering left downwind, awaiting landing clearance, Mustang 9er Kilo Uniform 59.
Montreal Tower, can you tell me exactly how far I am from runway 6?
Bravo, Romeo, Uniform. You are 5 miles to the southwest of the airport, bearing 035.
Rouge 0550, contact departure on 134.15.
Switching to departure on 134.15. Rouge 0550.
Throttle to climb. Autopilot on.
Autopilot is now on.
Montreal departure, Rouge 0550. Good afternoon, passing 2500 on the climb.
Flap 0.
Rouge 0550. Montreal departure. Radar contact. Clear direct
4,000
Keska.
feet.
Climb flight level 210.
FCU.
Clear direct Keska, climb flight level 210, Rouge 0550.
Seven thousand feet. 10,000 feet check. Wing lights off, landing lights. We'll wait until we go over those clouds for the seatbelt sign.
Rouge 0550, climb flight level 280.
Climb flight level 280, Rouge 0550.
Dear guests, we have now climbed to a safe altitude, and you're free to use your
811 Zulu, descend to 2000, cleared for the visual 15.
switch to airplane mode.
Descending to 2000, cleared for the visual 15811 Zulu.
Sit back,
Clearance on request, stand by.
enjoy the rest of your flight to Denver. Thank you
Clear
for
to
choosing
Quebec
Air
after
Canada
departure.
Rouge.
Fly radar vectors to Cinro, then at filed. Departure runway 6 right. Initial climb to 4000. Departure on 12515. Squawk 6415. Rouge 978.
Rouge 0550, climb flight level 360.
FCU.
Climbing to flight level 360, Rouge 0550.
Flight attendants, the seatbelt sign is now off.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign, which means you are now free to move about the cabin. However, we recommend keeping your seatbelt fastened while seated. Our in-flight service will begin shortly, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Thank you for choosing Air Canada Rouge.
At all times. General regulations prohibit smoking on board the aircraft. On this flight, we offer our Air Canada cafe service. A variety of food and drinks, as well as earphones, can be purchased using your credit card. You'll find the menu in your seat pocket. With the Wi-Fi internet service is available on this aircraft, you'll be able to connect to the internet by paying with your credit card when the seatbelt sign is turned on. Learn more by selecting the Wi-Fi video from your personal screen. Thank you for choosing Air Canada and have a nice flight. La mission des invités est assurée votre ceinture en tout temps. La réglementation fédérale a interdit de fumer à bord. De plus, après l'interdiction des cigarettes électroniques, à bord aujourd'hui, nous proposons notre service Café Air Canada, fraîche variété d'aliments, de boissons ainsi que
Expect direct waypoint Tango India Mike in 5 minutes.
Expecting direct to Tango India Mike in 5 Spirit 792.
135.7 for Air Transat 284.
Air Transat 846, climb flight level 250. Rouge 0550, climb flight level 380.
Climb to flight level 380, Rouge 0550.
Hola. How are you, Jesus? J'espère que tu vas bien. I hope everything is good. Thank you for liking the stream. Merci de aimer le stream. On peut fermer ça. So we're at 26,000 feet. Come on. Donc j'ai vu un nouveau logiciel qui s'appelle Chase Plane de parallèle 42. Ça donne des prises de vue différentes. C'est pas encore disponible. I just saw on the internet, especially some of my favorite streamers, they're using Parallel 42 Chase Plane, a new software that'll be coming out very soon. Gives you another perspective of the external view. Couple of improvements. Can't wait to try it out. Bonjour Mohamed, bonjour Ara Amarilis, welcome to the stream, bienvenue dans le stream. So we're at 32,000 feet, going at 38.
November 781 Alpha Lima, climb and maintain 12,000. Climbing to 12,000, November 781 Alpha Lima. 124.3, Walker 3775.
$34,000 feet.
Rouge 0550, I need you at flight level 380, sir.
Climbing up to flight level 380, Rouge 0550. $35,000 feet.
Frontier 106, turn right heading 160. Turning right to 160, Frontier 106.
Air Canada 420, contact Montreal Tower on 124.3.
Montreal Tower 124.3, Air Canada 420. Montreal Center, Air Canada 602 with you, flight level 370. Hello again.
Alright, so we'll speed up our sim. On va accélérer notre simulation.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again from the flight deck, your captain speaking. We've just reached our cruising altitude for the flight. As it begins to settle in, I do want to remind you to please keep your seat belts clear from the aisle, as the flight attendants will be coming through the cabin with galley carts shortly. Also, one more reminder to please refrain from congregating to the front galley where the flight deck door is located. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your purser Erica speaking. We've now reached our cruising altitude, so you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the flight. Our crew will be starting with snackers and drink service shortly. Today, we have a delightful selection, including our popular maple glazed chicken and a vegetarian pasta option.
Yeah, chicken or pasta,
After the
always.
meal service, we'll be offering a selection of items from the Air Canada Rouge shop, so feel free to take a look at our catalogue in the seat pocket in front of you. Thank you for flying with us today, and enjoy the journey to Denver.
Rouge 0550, contact Toronto Center on 127.25.
Southwest 507, turn right, heading 045, vectors for spacing. Right to 045 for spacing, Southwest 507.
Contacting Toronto Center on 127.25. Toronto Center, Rouge 0550, afternoon, maintaining flight level 380.
Rouge 0550, Toronto Center, identified. Good afternoon.
Okay, so we're at 4x our simulation speed, getting close to North Bay, Ontario. On est à 4x de la simulation, c'est-à-dire on roule à 4 fois la vitesse, 4 times the speed of the simulation, so we don't spend 4 hours in front of the computer. On arrive près de North Bay, en Ontario. Très près. Oops. Sault Ste. Marie. Et puis, on va s'approcher des États-Unis. Yeah, I think I fixed the problem with my sim. Bonjour Flood, bonjour Whistling, bonjour Ron, bonjour Ryan. Welcome to the stream. I'm 68 nautical miles.
Delta 1562, expedite descent to flight level 240, traffic ahead.
Expedite descent to flight level 240, Delta 1562.
I'll grab that clearance. Give me just a minute.
Center Air Canada 245, request IFR clearance, ready to copy.
I'll have your clearance in just a second.
Flight attendants, when you get the chance, can you bring me a coffee and a sandwich?
Certainly, Captain. I'll bring you a coffee and a sandwich shortly.
All right. Donc c'est la piste 26, ILS 26. Merci Michael to follow me on Twitch, I think. Yeah. Thank you for following. Merci.
Rouge 0550, contact Toronto Center on 135.4.
Switching to Toronto Center on 135.4, Rouge 0550.
Hi, Eric.
Toronto Center, Rouge 0550, good afternoon, maintaining flight level 380.
Tu vas dire que je dis tout le temps ça, mais j'ai enfin trouvé le problème avec mon flight sim. Une journée, je joue, ça va super bien. Le lendemain, ça marche pas. Ben, j'ai isolé toutes les petites affaires, puis c'est aussi niaiseux que quand ça va bien, je vais toujours dans dans mes settings. Puis j'augmente bien souvent les settings à high comme à ultra, tu sais. Mais ça paraît pas dans le sim qui est là, ça paraît juste dans le prochain, quand un coup j'ai rebooté. Fait que c'est pour ça, ça marche bien. Puis à un moment donné, le lendemain, j'essaie de jouer, puis ça crash tout le temps. Mais là, j'ai mis ça pas au minimum, mais à medium. Puis, hey, aujourd'hui, 4 fois, j'ai essayé de faire un stream. J'étais en train de paniquer. Là, ça marche. T'as-tu essayé un peu ton MCDU? T'as pas vu ça, hein? J'étais allé au Walmart, check ça. Je vais te montrer ça. Oups. Check bien ça, comment ton chum il est hot en hostique. Check bien ça au Walmart, qu'est-ce que j'ai trouvé aujourd'hui.
467, maintain 250 knots.
Hein?
Maintaining 250 knots. American 467.
Populaire le gars ou pas? Check ça. Ouais, le setting trop haut faisait planter mon stream. Le setting du... Bon, comment je fais pour fermer ça à cette heure? Le setting du Flight Sim faisait planter OBS, faisait tout planter. Fait que là, j'étais à high, mais j'avais mis des affaires à ultra. Puis... Ah, c'est hot, hein? Mais là, je vais recevoir mes autres morceaux. Non.
Contacting Minneapolis Center on 134.6. Rouge 0550.
On a dépassé sur Sainte-Marie. Ah ouais, hey, je suis hot, hein?
Minneapolis Center, Rouge 0550. Good afternoon. Maintaining flight level 380.
Rouge 0550, Minneapolis Center. Good afternoon.
Bon. Ah ouais? T'es allé là en auto ou en avion? So we're 2 hours till arrival, but divided by 4 because we're on 4 times. Et ouais, ben c'est comme Montréal, Toronto, 6h30. Un show de quoi? Un show de Monster Truck? Ah, musique. Ouais. Ah oui, Disturbed, wow, c'est bon. Ça avait Rocky Honesty. Ils ont-tu joué The Sound of Silence?
American 350, traffic alert, climb immediately to flight level 340. Climbing immediately to flight level 340,
Welcome,
American
Abdo.
350.
Bienvenue, Abdo. Ah ouais. So an hour and 50 minutes. Bon, je suis content d'avoir réglé ça, cette petite affaire de stream-là. Je suis en train de m'arracher les cheveux. Ben, je pense que c'est ça, parce que là, ça marche. Checker quoi? « 3500 à tout. Checker ça, si je... 23 500. OK. Ouais. C'est ça, on a maison. Des fois, je pensais que c'était mon... peut-être un de mes avions que j'avais rajouté, ou je sais pas quoi. Mais je me disais, Colin, comment ça se fait que hier, ça marchait bien, je touche à rien, puis ben, je dis, je rajoute pas de programme, je change pas de driver, puis ça marche pas. Mais c'est juste parce que j'allais switcher des affaires dans le setting du Flight Sim. Puis, ben beau le faire pendant que tu voles, mais il n'y a pas de changement, il faut que tu repartes le simulateur pour avoir les changements. So, where are we now? We're in Wisconsin. So, halfway, more than halfway in our flight. Plus de turbulence.
Rouge 550, contact Minneapolis Center on 123.725.
FedEx 101 Heavy, reduced speed to 280 knots for sequencing. Slowing to 280 knots, FedEx 101 Heavy.
Contact Minneapolis Center on 123.725. Rouge 550. Minneapolis Center, Rouge 550. Good afternoon. Maintaining flight level 380.
Rouge 550, Minneapolis Center, good afternoon.
Vois-tu de haut en bas? Tu veux dire qu'elle se promène? C'est parce que je suis en 4X. Je suis en simulation 4X. Simrate. Je peux pas passer 3 heures dans le cockpit. Je fais ça quand le vol est plus qu'une heure. Oui, j'étais en accéléré. C'est ça. Bon, c'est quoi je checkais là? Mon flight plan. C'est quoi grasp? Ah, c'est ça, on va à...
Lufthansa 421 heavy climb and maintain flight level 370. Climbing to flight level 370, Lufthansa 421 heavy.
Cash 323, Minneapolis Center, good morning.
Minneapolis Center, Canada 287, level 360.
Air Canada 287, Minneapolis Center, good evening.
Là, je l'ai mis. Merci.
Rouge 0550, contact Minneapolis Center on 135.0.
Contacting Minneapolis Center on 135.0, Rouge 0550. Minneapolis Center, Rouge 0550, afternoon, maintaining flight level 380.
Minneapolis Center, good afternoon.
C'est Montréal, Denver, Colorado. So, getting closer to our time of descent.
Delta 234, contact Atlanta Center at 135.6. Contacting Atlanta Center 135.6, Delta 234. Cessna 19er, Sierra Roger, resume O navigation, contact Rochester Tower
Getting close
118.3
to
when inbound.
CYUL Fall, Iowa.
Meridian 63 Echo, turn right heading 150.
Un avion qui est passé ou quoi? Ah, en bas. Donc, on est encore en route pour Denver, au Colorado, dans la région de Sioux Falls, Iowa. We're on our way to Denver, Colorado. Left Montreal. We just passed Sioux Falls.
Rouge 0550, contact Minneapolis Center on 132.05.
FedEx 101, heavy reduced speed to 280 knots for sequencing. Slowing to 280 knots. FedEx 101 heavy.
Contacting Minneapolis Center on 132. Minneapolis Center, Rouge 0550, good evening, maintaining flight level 380.
Rouge 0550, Minneapolis Center, good evening.
Billings, Montana, je suis déjà allé là. Spokane. Next waypoint, O'Neill. Attends, je vais checker la météo pour demain.
Rouge 0550, Minneapolis Center, contact Denver Center on 135.025.
Contacting Denver Center on 135.025. Rouge 0550. Denver Center, Rouge 0550, evening, maintaining flight level 380.
Rouge 0550, Denver Center, good evening.
Cirrus 236 Bravo Alpha traffic 9 o'clock 5 miles altitude 9,000.
Traffic inside Cirrus 236 Bravo Alpha.
Rouge 550, Denver Center, expect the Alley 3 arrival. Expect to descend in about 15 minutes. Reach out if you want an early start.
Expecting the Alley 3 arrival. We'll anticipate descent in about 15 minutes. Rouge 0550.
Yes, let's anticipate our descent. Let's ask for our descent right now.
Sure thing, Alan.
Rouge 0550 requesting an early descent.
Rouge 550, descend via Alley 3 into Denver.
Descent via Alley 3 into Denver. Rouge 0550.
On va descendre à 20 000 pieds. On est encore en 4X. We're still in 4X simulation speed. Cabin crew, we're starting our descent.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've begun our descent into Denver. Please return to your seats, stow your tables, and fasten your seatbelts. The use of the lavatories is now prohibited. Thank you for your cooperation.
JetBlue 617, cross Timon at or above 10,000.
Crossing Timon at or above 10,000, JetBlue 617.
Wind is Sterling. We're still in 4X, on est encore en 4X. On va attendre un peu, puis on va mettre ça en simulation régulière.
Diamond Tree 4 Alpha Bravo, traffic 10 o'clock, 4 miles level at 90500. Looking for traffic, Diamond Tree 4 Alpha Bravo.
Request flight level 150.
Requesting descent to flight level 150 now.
Denver Center, Rouge 550, requesting descent to flight level 150.
Rouge 550, descend and maintain flight level 150.
FCU.
Descend and maintain flight level 150, Rouge 550.
On va sortir nos spoilers. Cabin crew, the seatbelt sign is now on.
Acknowledged, Captain. The seatbelt sign is on. I'll make an announcement to the passengers. Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the seatbelt sign as we prepare for landing. Please return to your seats and ensure your seatbelts are securely fastened. Thank you.
Retracting spoiler. Request flight level 80.
Requesting descent to flight level 80 now, Alan.
Denver Center, Rouge 550, requesting descent to flight level 80.
550, descend and maintain flight level 80.
Descend and maintain flight level 80, Rouge 550.
Request flight level 40.
Requesting descent to flight level 40 now, Alan.
American 513, climb and maintain flight level 390. Climbing to flight level 390, American 513.
Denver Center, Rouge 550, requesting to descend to flight level 40.
Rouge 550, descend and maintain flight level 40.
descend and maintain flight level 40, Rouge 550.
From the flight deck, ladies and gentlemen, as you may have noticed, we have begun our initial descent down to our destination. Now would be a good time to wrap up any business you need to take care of as we prepare for our approach. If you are up, once you return to your seat, we ask that you remain seated until the aircraft arrives safely at the flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for a ride.
Return your seats to their full upright position and make sure your seat belts are securely fastened. Once we land, our Air Canada Rouge staff...
Rouge 550, contact Denver approach on 124.905.
Switching to Denver approach on 124.905, Rouge 550.
And seatbelts are fastened. Captain, cabin is ready.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Captain Chiasson. Let us know if there's anything else you need.
Denver approach, Rouge 550. Evening, descending from 8,000 to 4,000.
Rouge 550, Denver approach. Good evening. Denver altimeter 29.74. Expect the ILS runway 34 right approach into Denver.
Altimeter 2974, expecting ILS runway 34 right approach. Rouge 550.
Okay, let's turn on our auto spoiler. Brake to medium, landing system on. And let's turn our speed to 220. C'est bizarre ça.
Too low, terrain.
Huh. Je suis à 5000 pieds.
Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain.
C'est marqué 5000 pieds. Let's slow to 200. Flaps 1. Comment pas? Pas grave.
Piper 45, Charlie Papa, cleared for the visual 24, maintain 90 knots. Cleared for the visual 24, maintaining 90 knots, 45, Charlie Papa.
Northwest 1323, requesting 250 knots, till established.
Korean Air 1108, speed 210 knots.
Je comprends pas que l'avion elle accélère comme ça. L'altimètre est fucké aussi.
$2,500.
Ben bizarre ça. Yeah. We'll try to do with sim.
Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain.
On va être obligé de tricher parce que ça n'a pas marché.
Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain.
Voyons,
Too
pourquoi
low,
que ça fait
terrain.
ça?
Too low, terrain.
Flaps 2. On flaps 3. Wheel view. Gear down.
American 1145, slow to 170 knots, 5 mile final contact tower, 118.3, good night.
170 tower 118.3, good night, American 1145.
Full flaps. I guess there was a glitch in the altitude. Oh, not just in the altitude, in the flight sim also. Let's wait. Oh, okay. Turn back.
Traffic.
On a réussi à le rattraper. Autopilot off.
500.
Autopilot off.
Rouge 550, traffic at your 12 o'clock, 2 miles, same altitude Boeing.
$400. $200. $50, $40, $30, $20.
Throttle
Retard.
off.
5.
Touchdown. Nose down. Reverse thrust. Full brakes. $40 knots. Throttle to idle. Retracting spoiler. Retracting flaps. Taxi lights on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Denver. We've just touched down with a smooth landing. Thanks to Captain Alan Gisson and First Officer Martin Bouchard. The local time is 5:14 p.m.
Request our taxi to the gate with big red arrows.
Isabel, we thank you for flying with Air Canada Rouge today. We hope you have a wonderful stay here in Denver, or wherever your travels may take you next. There, have a great evening.
Requesting taxi instructions with big red arrows now.
Denver ground, Rouge 0550, runway vacated, ready to taxi to the gate with big red arrows.
Rouge 0550, Denver ground, taxi to B10 via Romeo Mike Bravo Sierra. Have a good day.
Alpha 511 Hotel Alpha, proceed to holding point Bravo 2 via taxiway Charlie.
To holding point Bravo 2 via Charlie Hawker 511 Hotel Alpha.
Taxi to Bravo 10 via Romeo Mike Bravo Sierra, Rouge 0550.
I wonder if it's the QNH that did me wrong with that altitude. Anyway, I'm no real pilot, so what's this plane? What is he doing there? C'est même pas le runway. Ça doit être CYUL qui va bien. There's the big red arrows. Ouais, j'étais comme à 1000 pieds puis je devais être à 8000. Ta faute, c'est toi qui m'as dit de mettre le QNH à stand-by. C'est rare que je fais ça. Il me semble que c'est beaucoup 4000 pieds de différence. Ben ouais, hein. Et il y a une bombe dans le... Oh oh oh! Je pense pas que je vais être capable d'aller sur le tarmac. Qu'est-ce qu'il va faire, lui? C'est la première fois que je viens à Denver. On va aller à un autre... Même pas, on peut pas aller à un autre bord, c'est la même affaire. L'avion va crasher si on passe par-dessus cette bombe-là. Tout qu'un défaut dans le signal. Ici, ça semble être correct. On va aller à une de ces gates-là. Ah, mais c'était même là. Ben, c'est les scenery, là, je sais pas.
Tornado 892 Tango, Oscar hold short of runway 31 right traffic on final approach.
Holding short of runway 31 right, Tornado 892 Tango Oscar.
Même la flèche, elle n'est pas en bonne place. Je sais qu'on... Le terminal, il y a du monde qui sont dehors. Alright, bon, enfin, parking lights. Engines off. Et puis, deboarding. Il n'y a même pas de gate. Ça c'est nul. Bon, but that's it, guys. Thank you for being... merci, Eric. Thank you for being part of this flight. So, until next time, we'll see you on another sim. On se revoit sur une autre sim très bientôt. Salut!